Hi, today's video is concerning a video game that was released at Christmas time 2013 and stopped being available Christmas time 2016, Rust Legacy, distributed through Steam on behalf of Facepunch. The scene you're looking at right now is a part of the map I'm going to show on my screen here, and it's over here in the left side here, right there, that little green dot that you hopefully can see when you're recording, looking at this video recording. Let's just get that off the screen, and I'm going to compare it to a intermediate start screen that's used for warm-up and cook time features within the video game Rust that's based on Unity game engine, apparently 4.5. This is a screenshot of that environment that is seen if you hit the escape key right after you start logging into a server. It will show that screen there, and as you can see, it's a much more zoomed in area, and if we go back and forth, it's the same scene. I've been wondering where the heck this was, and I probably walked past this dozens of times in the levels that in running around on the servers that I've been on. And this is the exact location here. And I want to point out accuracy I've done, not bragging, just making sure I definitely have it because I'm not really sure. We see over here a set of 3 tree tops over here. We see how this one here has a little bit of plant life here. We can see the same thing here. I'm probably a little too far to the right, but this is as close as I can get it. I'm tired of continually rebuilding this 5-story tall tower of pain. And then we see the lineup between this tree here in the middle, right above our post here on our tower that I built, and it lines up as close as possible. Also, it should be pointed out that in the screenshot, that part of the third limb on the right for that one lines up with a little line on that hill over there, and I got it lined up really good. So I used that as a lineup point to find this, which took a lot of work. Next, I'm going to bring up that we have these things here and that notch right there. Now, here's the edge of these plants, and you'll notice that these are way far over in this screen grab. That's because it's just simply not possible to get it perfectly centered because I'm using a 90-degree angle on startup, so it kind of warped the hell out of it, to be blunt. Now we're going to look at the lines of the ground you can see are just about perfect. I'm going to say I'm a little bit higher above the ground than I'm supposed to be, but I can't seem to get the height right. Over here you can see kind of a C-shaped pattern here in the game actively running, and I can now move this, which I didn't want to, but I can do it now. And when I do that, if I land it up exactly right, now it'll bop back and forth between them. And it's distorted because the field of view, FOV, is wrong. And we can do the same thing with the edge of this. I can take the edge of the picture, pull it over here, get it lined up pretty close to perfectly, and it almost works. Now, why did I do this video? Anything I don't know about, I will expend a bunch of effort doing, and I'm embarrassed to say, or not embarrassed really, it's perfectly fine that I made an ass of myself. I spent an extremely embarrassingly large amount of time running around the entire map, assuming it'd be at one of the 0 points, like the exact dead middle of the top of the map, or the bottom of the map, or the right side, or the left side. No, it was, again, let's bring up that map again. Boop. It's just this dot right here that's just this not really important dot over here. It's not anything special. They chose to use it. Now, when you're playing the game, you kind of warp into seeing this. There's the screenshot, and you see this and you're staring at it. It's a default thing so that it loads up your environment here. So you basically load up the server, but it's still looking at your local copy on your hard drive. Every copy of Rust Legacy, the game, comes with either maybe a full version of the map data, or it might be a stripped down version of the game. The server definitely comes with all of the details in it. And what it does is it puts your camera above the ground. Obviously, I'm 5 stories up, almost as high as these trees here. In fact, if I was to hazard a guess, it would almost be a camera stuck above one of those trees, but I don't think so. The field of view and everything matches this point here. So let's get that on the screen real quick. I'm going to look up at the sky so it's a little bit better contrast. POS. Oh, excuse me, I forgot to turn on something here. I'm sorry. We turn on all of the features. There, okay. Let's turn that off. Off. Okay, now we type in POS. Okay. LOCATION. And it says it's 4716 by 322 by negative 640 or 6401. And those are our numbers. That's where we are. And it's not a really important thing unless you're into the game. But yes, I already built something here, the tower. I also built it over there and warped in. And of course, it doesn't show it. You'd have to alter the game files internally. But for a very short time, as it's starting to load up, it loads up what is appearing to be a single-player game version on your own drive, if Rust Legacy came with a single-player version. And it, at one point, kind of did, except that it's hidden. In the server version, there's a utility argument, function, whatever, that you add to the command line for running the server, and when you do that, the server is told no GUI. No GUI means don't have the player pop in. Hypothetically, you could run the server with that enabled and some other code thrown in, I'm sure would be required, and you'd pop in as an invisible character. There are 2 other default characters that are in it, including basically one that's an engineer character, like out of Team Fortress 2 almost, and another one that's got a weird name to it that I don't know how to pronounce, so I won't bother. They're just buried in the files, and they're leftovers from the builder utility in Unity Game Engine to build environments like this. So anyway, to review, this is the screenshot of what you get in the game as you're logging in. If you hit the escape key, just hit as soon as it says loading trees or whatever, you hit escape, it'll show you this environment, and it'll build it. And it builds it into this location as a default location, and then you pop onto your server and you get the real environment here. And yeah, if you modify something on a server at this exact location, it won't show up on that boot screen. But it's a kind of a neat thing. I'm going to put one of these on every server I can find, exactly that point if I can, and I'll just put up a tower, and it'll be boot up tower, or what, I don't know what I'll call it. I'll give it some silly name. And it'll be a very poor approximation, be wrong by up or down a little bit. And no one will know except maybe you and the 5 or 6 people who might know about this, and obviously the people who originally wrote the video game at Facepunch, Gary and Helk and all of them. So that's about it. The video you watched is just about a silly little bit of trivia because I couldn't find it. And again, I've even built out here. I've gone out here. It's not that, I mean, there's the rock update limit over there. Here's the map. I'm not really all that far away from where the game works. I'm well within the play area, really. And yeah, I never figured this out. And I walked past this a dozen times. And yeah, I've gone around the island probably 4 times. And then one time I thought, wait a minute, look at the way the clouds come in and compare it to the screenshot. And I can run a server on my computer, so I just went ahead and set it to daybreak and found out, oh God, I probably walked past it because suddenly it looked familiar because I'm an idiot. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. And this has been a little bit of trivia about a video game, Rust Legacy. Bye.